What's up, y'all? So I'm here with my first ever Good News Tuesday, and I figured since it's the new year, Happy New Year by the way, I got a new haircut, so new year, new me, starting off strong with a short haircut. My hair has never been this short in my entire life, so I figured, you know, like, why not? Why not? Also with the new year, I figured this Good News Tuesday would be a perfect time to reflect on not all of the sad, horrible, aggravating, angry things that happened this past year in 2016, but to reflect on all of the great things that happened in 2016. I will do my best to save all of the articles that I have found to find this information and put them in the down bar. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. And here are a few things to make you smile on this Good News Tuesday. So, for the first thing, according to an MIT News article, scientists were able to observe/find the first signs of the ozone actually healing itself. According to the article, the ozone hole has shrunk by over 4 million square kilometers, which is about half the size of the entire United States. So I'd say that's some pretty good news. Alright, now I don't know about you guys, but I'm not that into sports, but anyone can root for an underdog. 2016 is the year that both the Cavs and the Cubs were able to end championship droughts and finally come back with an overall win. So I'd say that's some pretty good news. This past year is also the year that the National African American History and Culture Museum opened in Washington, D.C. This museum was actually established back in 2003 by an act of Congress, and now to date has over 36,000 different artifacts that you can go check out. So I'd say that's some pretty good news. So for the next thing, do you guys remember that ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that went viral all over the internet? Celebrities were doing it, your next door neighbor was doing it, whole squads of cheerleaders at colleges were doing it. Well, that actually worked. So according to the ALS Association's website, a new gene, NEK1, was able to be discovered by these donations and funds that were fundraised through the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. According to the article, NEK1 is one of the most common genes that contributes to this disease, giving scientists another thing to target when they're doing their research and figure out how we can stop this. So yeah, I'd say that's some pretty good news. Next, according to the World Wildlife Fund's website, an article was posted saying that pandas were actually taken off of the endangered species list, so that's awesome. The article actually states, and I'll read it straight from my laptop, that the recovery of the panda shows that when science, political will, and engagement of local communities come together, we can save wildlife and also improve biodiversity. So I think that is some pretty good news. Another great thing that just recently happened in 2016 during the holiday season is that the UK branches of the American retailer Toys R Us actually opened their stores 1 hour early so that families or children with autism were able to go to Toys R Us, look at the toys, and enjoy themselves without having to deal with any bright lights or loud noise or any of those sorts of distractions. So I'd say that's some pretty good news. Okay guys, so that was some good news that happened in 2016, and I think that I want to end all of these videos by doing two things. The first thing is I'm going to try to make you laugh, so I want to see what crazy day it is according to the interweb. So let's just Google that right now. What holiday is on January 2nd? So according to the website Checkaday, January 2nd, 2017 is Thank God It's Monday Day, 55-mile-per-hour speed day, Happy Mew Year for Cats Day, oh that's cute, I love cats, National Buffet Day, I love me a good buffet, National Cream Puff Day, which can also be found at a buffet, National Motivation and Inspiration Day, National, this one is a long one, National Run It Up the Flagpole and See If Anybody Salutes It Day is also January 2nd. So those are just a few holidays that if you haven't celebrated anything today, maybe you can celebrate one of those. And lastly, I want to end these videos on a kind of call to action, and if you know me at all, if anybody that knows me knows that I love my passion planner. One of the reasons I love my passion planner is because every week there's an inspirational quote, but also a challenge. So I think in these videos I am going to say the quote of that week and say the challenge of that week so that you guys can not only be inspired, but be motivated to perhaps partake in that challenge. And by the way, this is in no way sponsored by Passion Planner. I'm not a rep for them or anything. I just am in love with their product, and I think it's a really good motivational tool to keep your life on track. Okay, so all of that being said, this week's quote, which is the New Year quote, is appropriately, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end," by Seneca. And the challenge for this week is to set aside 30 minutes and write down all the projects that you completed in 2017. For each project, write one thing you've learned from that experience. Ready, set, go. I hope this week's Good Week Tuesday made you guys smile a little bit, maybe showed you some things that are great in the world, especially over the whole year of 2016. Just want to say again, I'm so excited for 2017. I'm so excited for the changes and the challenges and everything that comes with it. And I hope that you guys stick around by subscribing or hitting that like button on this video. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social medias, on my Twitter and my Instagram. So I'd love to have you guys join me on there as well. And until then, I'll see y'all later. National Personal Trainer Awareness Day. Maybe I should get a personal trainer so that I can appreciate them on January 2nd.